So, Jono, I'm not all too sure how to really summarise that one, but a 3-0 victory in the end, 3 points. Could you really ask for more?
No, it was pretty emphatic, to be fair. Performance, score, probably flattered the opposition. I know they're going through a tough time at the minute. Not acceptable that football clubs at this level have to go through that, and the players, they're not getting paid and things like that, and supporters not being able to watch the team at home. You can't help but feel from a great little club with some fantastic people. So, they're going through a bad time. But if you look at the results that they've been picking up, they beat Curzon last week, and we watched the footage of it. Although Curzon had a man sent off, they were fantastic. They've had some really good results this season. So we knew they'd pose a threat and they'd be decent. Especially on the counter attack, they've got some real pace and some live wires on loan from clubs, and we've got some quality. So we had to be at it. But what we said to the lads was we wanted to carry on from the first half against Chorley. That was a fantastic performance. It was all about momentum. We know it was a week ago, but we wanted to carry on in that same vein. And the lads have committed to the training over Christmas. We've trained 4 or 5 times, trying to put 1 or 2 things right from the previous league games, and they've been fantastic. That it was a banana skin. It was a 6-pointer. All every football cliche you can think of, and we needed to win. We told the lads, that before the game. We're in a results business now from this stage on, and they stood up to the test.
Was there ever a worry potentially of there being a hangover from the performance against Chorley?
No, you believe in what you do on the training ground, and then you take it into the games. Obviously, it was New Year's Eve last night. That the lads have stayed in, they've done the right things. These are semi-professional athletes, but they act and train like the professional, as all clubs at this level and throughout semi-professional football should. So no, not at all. It was all about what we said. It was about taking, although it doesn't exist, but the performance does exist from the Chorley game. We wanted to take that into this game, and we absolutely did. The first half performance was as good, was fantastic, and then the second half we just saw ourselves through the game. Plenty of chances, could have been anything, to be fair, but they kept going. You've got to give credit to them, and they were a young side, but they kept going right to the end. But it was a good win.
You pre-alluded to it there about it being the 6-pointer, and ultimately these 3 points could be massive once again for us to climb into safety.
Yeah, and goal difference as well. I think there's been a 6-goal swing between us and them today, and we've got a couple of games in hand. You look at the results, and Marine won, and Rushaw won, and the teams just above that group of your Peterboroughs and Leamingtons all won. So it's a tough league. You can never predict the teams at the top end are going to beat the team, because it doesn't always happen like that. But you've got to beat the teams around you. If you want to stand a chance, you've got to beat the teams around you, and we have done that today. We lost against Marine earlier in the season. When we went through that injury crisis, we drew against Needham Market, and they're the ones that you look back on. Not losing to Kidderminsters, full-time Kidderminsters. You've got to compete in them games. But these games today are the ones where you've got to make sure it's not a banana skin, turn it into your favour, and be professional. That's what we were.
Certainly were. And just on that note, can we just get a word on Brad Jackson? I thought he was fantastic today. A goal, assist, and could have quite easily doubled both.
He's a brilliant player, isn't he? Played his huge part in us winning the title last year, and he's had a couple of problems this season with his back. But his last few performances has been superb, and we need more from him. Everyone's aware of Brad Jackson now. He's not a kid anymore. He's 27, 28-year-old, and it's level of football. The opposition know what they're getting. But we've said he's got to add numbers to his game, assists, goals, and being part of that. And he's been consistent recently, like any other player this season for us. There's been that level of inconsistency, that level of injuries, but he's just got himself in a good position now. Touch wood, that he can keep that same form going.
Certainly so, and the 4 behind him as well. The likes of Duxbury, Rick Smith, Ollie Thornley, Brad Roscoe, and even Hewelt as well. Sorry to add a 5th as well, but all fantastic as well. And we never really looked unscathed at the back either, did we?
No, and that's a game and a half now with that back 5 where we've kept a clean sheet. I know we talked about the Chorley, but for us, we kept a clean sheet. It's a game and a half, and not look like conceding. Some big dominant displays there from all of them. Dead pleased with them. They're good performances all season. We're in a tough league. We know that. they stood up over the last few weeks. Like I say, it all starts on the training ground. The level of intensity in training, the focus, you can see has been there, and to back it up on a I'm going to say Saturday afternoon, but on a match day is what you've got to do.
Certainly so, and now our attention turns to Woking in the FA Trophy. Just what can you take from this game and take into that game?
Momentum. Yeah, we've got to take the momentum of the last couple of weeks into that game. We've been a really good cup team, or FA Trophy team over the last couple of years, and we enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I think last year we played Barnet at the same time. We were top of that league. This time we're going away to another National League team, but we're going to enjoy ourselves. Embrace the challenge. Another full-time side from the league, but all the pressure's on them, not on us. And we haven't got an opportunity to train in between now and then, but we'll go and take it to them. We're going to have a go. That's what we do. It's how we play. It's a proper cup tie. It's one of them names where you draw and you go. Especially for someone my age, Walking's FA Cup. I know it's the FA Trophy, but their cup exploits over the last sort of 25-30 years of a legendary. So it's a really good cup draw for us, and it's another opportunity for us to test ourselves.
Thank you, John.